everything, and then I was really playing my best football for my country. And I thought about everything, that why is it happening to me, but it's only like 5% of people that wouldn't appreciate what you're doing, and so you don't, because of those 5%, and make a stupid decision. But it's always good to play for your country, because for football, I think being selected to play, especially in Nigeria, you have 150 million, you have players everywhere. And to come out as one of those that will be called in the squad is always a privilege. And putting on the color is a honor. So I've been there, and it always gets better for me, because every time I go out there, I just want to do something new. And playing in the World Cup is going to be my second time, so it's something that I didn't want to miss. It's something that I've been looking forward to, and it's an exciting time, and I'm just looking forward to it again.
And even though the World Cup's in Africa, it's actually in the country of Nigeria's bitter rival, South Africa. Tell us a bit about the rivalry for those that don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's much, because we've played them a couple of times, but because we have like loads of Nigerians, living in South Africa, I think that's where the problem is. It's not Nigeria and South Africa. It's the ego thing between Nigerians staying in South Africa. They always say the Nigerians are the best, and then they get into argument with the South Africans that no, we're not. So they have their own, ego thing going on there. But I think it's very friendly. We've played South Africa a few times, and we haven't had any issues, and we get on very well. But they're a very good side. But I think Nigeria is supposed to be one of the best because of what others have done before, the standard they've set. And we've played them a few times. We've done very well against them. Now we're playing in their countries. They're not in our group, so we hope we don't meet them, because that's where the problem is going to start again. Nigeria, South Africa. I don't think most of the South African fans want to support Nigeria because of one or two reasons. But at the same time, I think they'll be behind the African teams.
Joseph, tell us about the opponents in Group B. It's a tricky group, but one that you may be confident of qualifying from.
Yeah, we have Argentina, South Korea, and Greece. It's going to be very difficult because everyone is focusing on Argentina. But South Korea and Greece, I think they're going to cause us troubles as well. But I think if we get the game against Argentina and hopefully get a good result and take the same attitude into the game against South Korea and Greece, and hopefully I think we'll be okay to go to the next stage. It's going to be very, very difficult, because Argentina, they struggled as well to qualify, same as Nigeria, and they have world-class individual players. Nigeria, we're a bit short of that, but we know that on the day, if we can play as a team, we can match them up. But apart from that, as I said, you have South Korea and you have Greece, which is going to be very tough opponents because we don't really know much about them, and all the focus is on Argentina. But I believe the coach is going to do his work, and we as players, it's just to take the same attitude, because Argentina looks like the biggest game for us, and it's the first game. So we have something to prove. So if we take the same attitude and character into the rest games, hopefully we'll be fine.
You've been a successful player for many years. But Nigeria last won the Africa Cup of Nations back in the mid-1990s. You've got to an FA Cup final with Everton but didn't quite win it. You weren't in the Nigeria squad that won a silver medal at Beijing. I guess you'd love to actually have a trophy or something at the end of it. Have you allowed yourself to dream of lifting that World Cup trophy?
No, I haven't actually, because as I said earlier, I've played for my country for quite a while. I've been, a big-time player for my country, which for me, every time I go on the pitch, and I've seen different era coming and going, and I haven't really lifted any trophy. So, my dream it's always there that I hope someday, every tournament that I go into, I want to win. I want to get to the finals, and I've been very unlucky there, especially in the African Nations Cup, 3 times bronze. And I've been itching to get to the finals, at least, get close. But the World Cup is something special. 2002, we didn't do very well. 2006, we didn't qualify. I just think it's going to be very, very difficult to say, Nigeria is going to win the World Cup. But I think if we get out of the group, because, a team like Nigeria, I think we get better with more games we play. And if we get out of the group, and then we can take each game as it comes. But, it would be a lifetime dream, to get close to lifting that trophy.
Joseph, you're right, obviously, to highlight Argentina as a dangerous opponent in Group B, and everyone's been talking about Lionel Messi this season. How do you rate Lionel Messi? What are his strengths and weaknesses as you see it?
I think he's unbelievable. He seems to get better and better. He's one player that you can really see his strengths and his weaknesses. It's just every time he's on the ball, something is going to happen. And, I've not really watched him playing that much for Argentina, but I followed him with Barcelona, and he's unbelievable. He deserves to be the world best. And he can win the game on his own. But football is not just about one player. You still have like Tevez, Aguero, other players in the team. They have a big, strong team. But
how do you defend against someone like that?
It's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. I think it's the same question if you ask any defender how you're going to defend against him. I just think we have to do it as a team than doing it as an individual, because he moves everywhere on the pitch. And you can't just pick someone to go with him, because the way he plays, he finds his freedom on the pitch, which makes him very exceptional and hard to play against. But if we defend as a team and keep our position and be strong and keep the concentration for 90 minutes, hopefully we can do it.